Hello, squatters. We're back with another one. I think us having broader discussions help us to understand the political system of our country and also international politics and how politics goes. Are the systems the same or are they different? Are politicians behave different from country to country, or it's all system goes, like one system is being used universally? Why I'm saying this is because I was looking at the life of former President Jacob Zuma and also Bill Clinton, the former US president. And if you look at these two politicians, they've got almost similar experiences politically. At the same time, they went through the same strategy when it comes to deployment of their. This one put his wife as a candidate for presidential election, Bill Clinton. And the other one, our very own Jacob Zuma, also put his ex-wife as a presidential candidate to the ANC against Ramaphosa. If you can still recall, in 2017, it was contested that it's the Tumamina campaign and Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma as a candidate, and Ramaphosa took the trophy and won the election conference and became the president of the ANC, which ascended him into becoming the president of the country. So I'm asking myself, okay, politics, it's all about power, and people are willing to do everything to have power. And a political power is more important than any other power. It's more influential. You can change anything in this planet with just politics. If you're politically powerful, people are scared of you, and whatever you say goes. Look at the ANC and look at the people who are in government, whether maybe you are a minister or whether maybe you are a DG, Director General. Politics influence your job, and people, we know that they have lost careers because of politicians. Politicians are people who are just chasing profit or to benefit at that particular time, forgetting about all the risks involved in what they are doing. That is why they gamble with people's lives. You look at Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton went through the sexual accusations that he was involved in inappropriate relationships with a lady before he actually became a president, by the way. The same as Jacob Zuma. It was in 1991 when the incident happened. 1993, he became a president of the United States of America. And in 1999, he was impeached successfully, but because of the war in Iraq, they had to delay the process of impeachment in a sense that to remove him from the office. And in 2001, that was actually, his last day in the office, 20th of January. Then George W. Bush took over from the Republican, from the Donald Trump side, by the way. So you look at this side, Jacob Zuma also had so many cases before he ascended to becoming a president. The difference is that these scandals of Jacob Zuma started before he could become a president. Why? Thabo Mbeki didn't want Jacob Zuma to become a president for his own reasons. One of the reasons that I'm picking up is that in South Africa, there's too much tribalism. Whether we can ignore it, we can look at it as just a white horse lying there, but it's a fact. After Mandela's presidency, Thabo Mbeki came in. Thabo Mbeki is also a Xhosa. And then now, they realize that now the Zulu nation are going to take over the government. What should we do? Let's introduce Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka as the deputy. Thabo Mbeki, by the way, wanted Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka to succeed him. And it didn't work. The strategy didn't work. How did he actually try to push it? He wanted Jacob Zuma to be demonized, to be looked at as someone who's corrupt, someone who cannot lead the country. And at the same time, when he loses the support, he introduced Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka as the deputy in a sense that he will justify it by saying, yeah, we need a woman president to lead the country so that we show that there's gender equality and all of that. But you look at these two stories of Jacob Zuma and Bill Clinton, they are the same stories. So politics is the same universally. And the saddest part of this whole thing that happens is that people are treated like voting kettles. Instead of them focusing on important things which will take people's lives forward. Now they stick to politics, they stick to playing their own hide and seek games, and that delays a process of progress. If you look at South Africa, they focus on that instead of changing the lives of black South Africans, because people vote for these politicians for their lives to change. If you are young, you're looking for a job, or you want to go to varsity, or you want to start a business, or you want any other opportunity. If you are old, you're looking at maybe social relief, you want maybe a better grant, you want the food prices to at least be reasonable and all of that. Everybody has got their own preferences. But at the same time, we need a conducive environment whereby as the society we can be able to live in peace and harmony. And when these politicians fight, they themselves don't suffer. The people are the ones who go through a trail of misery that they leave behind their politics. It delays the whole processes and everything. You remember by the time when Jacob Zuma was still a president and there was an issue of Nkandla. And now we all knew that whenever they go to parliament, they'll talk about Nkandla. Every day it was boring, it was getting irritating, because every day we know that they're going to go to parliament and talk about Nkandla and nothing else. Whereas people don't get a service delivery, whereas the unemployment rate was getting higher, whereas the SOEs were underperforming, the SAA, you remember the bailouts and everything. So now you ask yourself, are we really, as citizens, spectators of these people? Are we here to watch them playing politics and fixing nothing? What is the solution to these issues? Because at the same time, you ask yourself, when they argue, they play their politics, an average citizen, what exactly do we benefit from their squabbles, from them fighting amongst each other, fighting for positions and all of that? I mean, positions are just for personal gain. I was watching the reaction, by the way, recently, that after the president made a sauna, and then political parties, especially the oppositions, were criticizing and all of that. I was wondering that, I didn't watch the sauna because I know it's a repetition of lies and all of that. But everything that he has said, these opposition political parties, they couldn't find anything that is right to say, we agree with him on this, but we need implementation. I mean, everything that he said, they disagree. And you wonder what kind of politics. Is it the politics of fame that they want to be portrayed as people who are, or who are capable of doing better? Or is it that really the president lied all the way, or he read things which are not unrealistic? They are not feasible. They are far-fetched. They cannot be implemented. Or what is it exactly that they are concerned about? So it's one of those moments where you ask yourself whether our politicians are there to really help us as communities, especially Black South Africans, who are previously disadvantaged, who are still looking for opportunities, who are still suffering, who are still stagnant in Makassar, in the squatter camps. Are we going to spend the rest of our lives staying in squatter camps, struggling jobs, not being able to pursue our studies in varsity, and we're going to end up there? Sometimes you go to varsity, you get that degree, you still don't get a job. You end up working for a retail store, maybe merchandise and all of this. So, which is a job that we cannot treat it as a useless job, but at the same time, we know that you cannot afford to buy a bond house when you earn 5,000. You cannot have medical aid. You cannot have access to a better apartment where you can be comfortable, where the crime is less and all of that. You're going to end up staying there in squatter camps, having a tin house there or a shack, and then belonging to the system, becoming part of, the system of marginalized people who only continue to vote, but there's no change. I remember in 1998, Mele Tamboli released a song said, "Not Yet Uhuru." As much as I have so much respect for artists, because especially those elderly artists, Bumme Miriam Makeba, the late Miriam Makeba, may his soul rest in peace, Uprachiko, and the late Johnny Clegg, and Bumme Tamboli, who Ndate Kefa Simenya Brakats, and then all of them, the late Hugh Masekela and all of those were the people who were able to communicate with us through music. And I still listen to their music more than the modern music, because that music resonates with me a lot. So she released that song, "Not Yet Uhuru." Uhuru is actually freedom in a Swahili language. One of the most spoken African language. By the way, I think it's the third most spoken language in Africa. So she continues in that song, taking from the lyrics. I might not be accurate because I'm not listening to the song, but she continues to say, "Bakhona abanye bakithi basibona sesikhululekile, not yet Uhuru. Ukuthi thina singavoti because silala emikhukhwini," something of that line. You can listen to the song, by the way. It says exactly that. So it was more like, artists, they have got a vision. They can see many things before they happen. If you look at today's situation, how everything is happening today, and you listen to that song, yes, we continue to stay in squatter camps, we continue to be sidelined, we continue to be poor, we continue to be unemployed, we continue to face horrible crime in our areas, and there's no order. And yet we have leaders who are our brothers and sisters, Black administration. They're not doing enough. They're honestly not doing anything. They are not concerned. They are not even staying in our areas. They're staying very far. In fact, they are staying in suburb areas where there's less crime, there's high security, there's police. They've got all the resources. They've got medical aids. When they are sick, they won't go to Bara and stand a queue there, So our politicians are only there to enrich themselves. So we can safely say a song which was released in 1998, which is more than 20 years, actually was talking about South Africa now. That yes, not yet Uhuru, and we are still very far, and it looks like we are not going anywhere because everything it is getting worse on a daily basis. Everything is getting worse. Unemployment is going up. The food prices are going up. Crime is also uncontrollable. So everything is just becoming a mess. In Joburg, we've got so many flats which are hijacked, and the police cannot fight that. And there's too much disorder in the black society. At the same time, we've got leaders whom we voted for, that they will actually make our lives better, if not the best. They can't even make our life better. They can't run this country effectively. All that they know is corruption, is to mess up. And us, we should be just treated as voting kettles. When there's election time, they come to the squatter camps with their G-Wagon, Mercedes-Benz, wearing Louis Vuitton and Gucci, and tell us to vote for them. Then we vote for them. Then from there, they are gone. I don't know. What are your opinions? Because as much as South Africa is facing so many challenges, even America is facing so many challenges. America, there's a serious racism issue, which is constantly being ignored. And even when Obama became the president, they said, the black president, he has got an African roots, because remember, his father is from Kenya. So people were hoping, that at least things will change. Just like us, when Mandela became the president, Sis Brenda Fassie, had a hit song, My Black President. Yet, we still continue to be stagnant. It has never been Uhuru. There has never been Uhuru. It's not yet Uhuru yet, and we still continue to be marginalized. So, politics, according to my view, politics is the same thing. It's not there to help us as ordinary citizens. It's there to perpetuate poverty and to worsen our situation, so that the next one who comes sticks on that and convince us that vote for me, I will change this. Look at Donald Trump now. Donald Trump now is messing up with America now. He started on a bad note. And he's got a very horrible friend, Elon Musk. Elon Musk now, the people in America are protesting to say, deport Elon Musk. They don't want him there. Because why? He's a businessman. Now he turned into becoming a politician. And he affiliated himself with the Republicans. Openly so, which is something of a very serious concern. When does he run business? Because as a businessman, he should be focusing on business. Now he's running around with Donald Trump. He has made Donald Trump his best friend. And politics will actually crash your career if you're not careful. I don't see Elon Musk surviving in America for the next 5 years. Because remember, Donald Trump has got only 4 years. And his term will be finished. And in that 4 years, I'm definitely sure that the way he started now, his approach was the most horrible approach that I've never seen. He should be relaxing and trying to adjust, trying to check. It's somebody who was just power mongering. I feel like he's someone who was just power mongering and couldn't wait to become in charge. The first week you are a president, you sign this, you sign that. You sign executive orders. You sign. What's going on with you, brother? Just take your time, relax. No one is going to take away your position, your power. You've got a political power. You are a president. Why rushing, signing everything, stopping the USA, doing this? So you are actually making a lot of people angry. You are building enemies. And by so doing, you are actually disadvantaging yourself. Because if anything goes wrong, no one will stand on your side to protect you. And also Elon Musk, I think he needs to slack down. He needs to go back to business, or make it clear that he's a politician. He belongs to the Republican, and then he is no longer a businessman. Then we would understand. Because now, even in South Africa, we don't like Elon Musk because of what he did recently. He wanted to cause chaos, and he's still perpetuating this by fighting Julius Malema. Why do you fight Julius Malema? What do you want from Julius Malema? We know that you are a racist, Elon Musk, and we know that you had a privilege. You grew up having that privilege. You never went to bed on your empty stomach. But you're still fighting an African child who's trying to fight or to advocate for the better life of black South Africans. Julius Malema, by the way, whether we like it or not, we can call him a dictator or what, he has played a very crucial role in South African politics. And somehow you can understand his frustrations. For him to sing those songs and say whatever, he wants attention. In politics, sometimes you need to pull attention by force to you, to say, hey, listen, I want you to pay attention now, I'm talking now. And when everybody's looking at you, and then you unleash whatever you wanted to say. So he's smart, Julius Malema. There and there, he is human. He's got his own flaws. But he is smart, and he played a major role in changing our political landscape. And we cannot allow Elon Musk to come and tell us how to view Julius Malema, or to tell us to hate Julius Malema. We cannot hate Julius Malema. We can criticize him for doing 1, 2, 3s, but that should be moderate. It should never be that Julius Malema is now demonized and be treated like a terrorist. That man, Elon Musk, should know where to draw the line, because people are not happy with him there in America. We are not happy with him here in South Africa, because we know that he maintains the legacy of apartheid and wants to treat black people as second-class citizens, and he wants to, he's just undermining everyone, including the president, by the way, because his dad had to quickly arrange a conference call between the president and him, because he could realize that now the relationship is getting sour. And if America deports him, where is he going to go? He wants to come back here in South Africa, where he was telling us nonsense here. So I think he must use his common sense and wake up, smell the coffee, to say, I don't know how to stop someone from being a racist, because he's just openly a racist. It's the same as organizations such as Solidarity, AfriForum, DA, Freedom Front Plus. Those are Afrikaner organizations which only represent certain ethnic groups, Afrikaners to be specific, or white people to be specific. So us as Africans, we cannot allow Elon Musk to say or to tell us that we must hate Julius Malema. Julius Malema is important in our politics, and he has shaken the politics of South Africa. And we will continue to love him, although where he is wrong, we will criticize him. But Julius Malema is us, and we are Julius Malema. We cannot allow this white privilege Elon Musk guys to come and tell us what to do and who to lie and all of that. As black people, we are facing a serious challenge. And if we lose focus, people like Elon Musk, if they distract us, people like Donald Trump, if they distract us, we are not going to achieve our goals. Africa is waiting for unity. That is why it makes me so angry when I see Africans attacking one another. Cyril Ramaphosa having a sour relationship with the Rwandan president Paul Kagame, or DRC M23 rebels fighting we want unity from us before we could dish it out to the universe. I don't know, that's my view, but I was just weighing these two options. That politics, what is politics? How are these guys actually trying to help us? Are they really helping us, or they are just there for self-enrichment, pretending as if they are actually coming to rescue us? I don't know, squatters. That's my view, and maybe you'll say more. You'll add on what I've said. Maybe you'll correct me, or weigh options. My view, I don't know. I'll wait for you, squatters, to engage on this, because I'm curious that are politicians really here to help us, or they are just here to humiliate us in the name of vote and enrich themselves? Sure.